Hi, my name is Jarosław Kosaty. I'm a strategist at PKO Bank Polski.
Last week, Polish zloty appreciated against the euro. Euro PLN exchange rate fell from 4.56 to 4.50. Joint Franco-German declaration of limited debt mutualization, aimed at establishing 50 billion euro fund to support European Union countries mostly affected by COVID-19, significantly boosted investment risk on attitude in Europe. Better Eurozone PMI data for May additionally supported positive investment sentiment towards PLN. Consequently, although Polish industrial and retail sales data for April proved to be very poor and disappointed the markets to the downside, it stayed in the shadows of foreign factors. Let's take a more detailed look on these factors which stood behind Polish zloty's strength last week. Last week's joint Franco-German declaration of limited debt mutualization in the EU lifted the value of PLN. Very weak data, which were coming from Europe in the last weeks, were dampening investment sentiment in whole Europe. Additionally, German Constitutional Tribunal released controversial ruling which seemed to be hindering, to some degree, ability of the ECB to purchase assets in the Eurozone. It has amplified impression that Europe has even more limited instruments to handle with economic depression than it had before. Franco-German proposal seemed to have broken through these headwinds, which has significantly boosted optimism on European markets. Better Eurozone manufacturing PMI reading for May additionally supported Polish zloty. Polish industrial production reading came at minus 24.6% in April. Market consensus expected about 10 to 12% decrease, so the reading materially disappointed to the downside. Retail sales release also missed expectations as it encountered minus 22.6% decrease, while the market predicted only about 17% fall in April. All these macro data, however, stayed in the shadows of external factors which acted in favor of Polish zloty. As we have said so far, last week Polish zloty strengthened against the euro, which translated into euro PLN fall. This week so far, PLN has continued this trend. In coming days, however, we expect Polish currency to depreciate against the euro above 4.50 level. In our opinion, further decrease of Polish CPI reading for May, together with maintained dovish rhetoric of the MPC, will keep expectations for further NBP assistance at high levels, both through rate cuts and quantitative easing. This, together with fading effect of Franco-German proposal of limited debt mutualization and growing US-China tensions, should lift euro PLN higher in coming days. Let's take a closer look on these factors. We expect this week's flash CPI release to confirm further fall of inflation rate within inflation target bands of 1.5 to 3.5%. Previous 250 basis point interest rate cuts were motivated by the MPC by expected decrease of prices below NBP target. So, further fall of inflation towards the lower band of inflation target of 1.5% should intensify expectations for more monetary policy easing in Poland. As you can see from this chart, market predicts further rate cuts in Poland. Even if the MPC would keep interest rates on hold this week, it should leave the doors open for further adjustments in the later part of the year. Poor local macro data, together with confirmed dovish attitude, should keep expectations alive not only for more rate cuts, but also for more monetary assistance from the NBP. From this chart, you can see that euro PLN is strongly correlated not only with euro dollar, but also with dollar yuan. Franco-German limited debt mutualization proposal helped PLN to regain some ground together with euro appreciation against the dollar. We don't expect, however, this effect to be long-lasting, as the proposal is some kind of response to ECB's economic forecasts, which definitely neglect the possibility of V-shaped recovery path in Europe. Consequently, despite probably temporary optimism boost in Europe, it has low potential to significantly reshape economic cycle in coming quarters. On the other hand, in the last weeks, we can observe systematic deterioration of US-China relations, which strengthens the dollar in Asia. As euro-PLN exchange rate tracks not only euro-dollar but also USD-CNY, further weakening of Chinese currency on the back of growing bilateral US-China tensions should additionally act against the zloty in coming days. Thank you for your attention.